The child stands for trust, enthusiasm, willpower, emotional intelligence, creativity, sensuousness, so many qualities that are inborn in the child. They just are waiting to unfold if the development is natural and if there is consciousness around the child. These qualities are essential qualities. Essential qualities are not something that you produce, it's something that you're born with. But of course, you need to develop them and bring consciousness and how to know how to implement these qualities in also interaction and society and the world and so on. But from the beginning, these qualities are present in the child, just like buds that flower at a certain developmental stage. And each one of these qualities develops or is born, unfolds at a certain time of development. So let's look at one. Let's look at one which is enthusiasm, the joy of life, like an inner spark. And just imagine a baby that is crawling and sitting up. And for the first time, this baby is not in a fusion, in a union with mother, in a world of merging, but is discovering the world. And suddenly, all the facets, the lights, the shadows, the colors, the tastes are all available, and they are so rich, so full in this soul that doesn't carry yet any imprinting, any memory, and everything is so wow. And that's why we like so much these small children, maybe, you know, around 1 year old, 2 years old, because they carry this unblemished enthusiasm, zest for life, like an inner spark. And that's why we are so attracted to them, and that's why sometimes we even regress with them and start being like them, because this essence, this very important quality, is not gone from us. It's just buried, it's just forgotten, it's just abandoned, lying somewhere until it's found back again. And why should we find it back again? Because it's one of the most precious connections with existence, the capacity to see things new, to be ready for taking a complete different turn in life. It's not the only thing, but in the service of an adult consciousness that knows how to express, knows how to manifest this essence, it's very valuable. Otherwise, we would be all serious, functional, doing what we have to do, but nothing new could happen. So, what happens? Why don't we bathe in this beautiful light, joy and enthusiasm in our daily life? It is because we have learned to tone it down. Tone it down because as a small child, still unable to walk or relate through words, our sensitivity is immense, and especially is really like radars that we have about joy, enthusiasm, love for life around us. And if there is sadness, if there is conflict, if there is division, or if there is just lack of communication and alienation with each other, we feel it. We feel it, and we start slowly dimming our light to fit in the surrounding in which we have to belong. This is our family. And most of the time that sadness or that suffering that is in a family, it's not willed or pushed upon any child. It's not that the parents or the surrounding wants to torture us with that sadness, but we just feel it. We just feel it because we are sitting there as small children, we have no escape. So we start becoming more and more quiet or more and more invisible. Or on the other hand, we start trying to do the impossible, to grow up really fast, to bring light, to bring joy, to bring fun inside the house. And in both cases, we are not just left on our own, just enjoying the simple joy of being alive, of being surrounded by so many wonders, so many mysteries, so many things to explore, taste, discover, process. And all of us in our daily life, we have experienced moments where we reconnected with that essence. Maybe during a travel, or maybe during a meditation, or maybe by going on an adventure. But somehow the mind is quick in labeling those glimpses as it was just a dream. And now we have to return to the functioning world. What I'm suggesting now is that once you go back to your childhood, and once you understand, remember, and relive also the moments where your joy, your enthusiasm was dimmed or forgotten or left behind, then you can realize what a loss it was. And there's a point of loss, of realizing that all what we do to compensate that lack of joy doesn't serve the purpose, because joy is something that comes from inside. And the wondrous thing about essential qualities is that when you realize they've gone, you actually create the possibility for them to come back, because somehow you realize there's a void inside. There's a void that is covered up with all sorts of compensations or denial. But the moment that you actually open up to that loss, that's when you create space inside, space for the unknown, space for life to come in and give you many, many opportunities to feel that joy, that enterprising quality, that capacity to shine just with a beautiful smile. And that is the essence of childhood work. It's not just relieving the pain, but it's finding back something that can make our life more beautiful, more shining, and more interesting.